Hey, it's me, Melanie, the book boss lady. Hey, it's me, Melanie, the book boss lady, where we talk about books, being a boss, and everything in between. We have a special guest with us today on the Six Figure Author SoundStage podcast. But before we get started, please make sure you share the broadcast with your friends, your family, lottie dottie, everybody, so that we can have everybody show up. And make sure you give me a thumbs up and like the broadcast, okay? Even if you're watching the replay, give me a thumbs up and like. So we have a special guest on today. And so I want you to make sure you put your questions, your comments, all those things that you want to know about everything from A to Z. Make sure you're going to put that in the chat. Get your pen, get your paper out, because I promise you there is some information you do not want to miss. Thank you for joining us. And please put in the chat what city or state you're coming in from. And if you're coming out of the country, I want to know what country you're coming from too, because we have people from Africa, Australia, all over the world that be watching this podcast. So let's go ahead and get started. So our guess who our guest is today? Let me tell you, she got some information for you. Not only is she an author, but she's also an inventor and can help you with your inventions. Look, she's helping you with inventions from A to Z. Okay. So, our guest today, who is the author of The Inventress Guide to Inventing the Right Way, All or Nothing, Now or Never, and also the author of my favorite book of lullabies. Give me a warm welcome for Lisa Ascolese. Woo! We are so excited to have her here on today. So, Lisa, welcome, Lisa. So, Lisa, tell us about yourself.
Hey, everybody. Lisa asks, Melanie, thank you for this. Thank you for inviting me on your show. I was so excited. I could not wait. I'm rushing around all day today. I had a photo shoot, all kinds of things going on. I'm going, this is the most important thing on my to-do list today. So thank you for
Awesome.
that great introduction. Yes, I am an inventor. I've been inventing products since I was a little kid, now helping inventors like yourself
Yes.
develop products from concept to fruition the right way. So from a napkin idea all the way to the marketplace and everything in between. And happy to be here showcasing my book. So finally, I write a book about it. Finally, I write a book about it because it was time. And
Absolutely.
and it is all or nothing, now or never.
Okay, so tell us, because let me tell you this, Lisa, you have no idea how much you and your book are needed. People tell me all the time. I have an invention. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. One lady at my church, literally, she told me she has a whole notebook of inventions. I'm sure more than 20, 30, 40, 50 inventions God has given her over the years, and she has not implemented any of them. None. Not one. And I'm like, why? Why not? What are you doing? What's going on? Somebody needs what you have. And before you know it, if you don't do it, God gonna give it to somebody else. So I mean, seriously,
Yeah, yeah,
have you heard that before? So tell me, have
every
you
day.
heard? Okay, that's what I was gonna
Every single day. And I'll tell you why. The reason this lady has so many inventions in her notebook is because she doesn't know where to go or who
ask.
to trust.
That's true.
So there's a bunch of invention companies out there, but she's probably saying to herself, you know what? I'm not going to risk giving up my 500 inventions. I'm not going to risk it because I don't know who to trust. And I hear it every single day of my
Wow.
life, Melanie, I promise you. So what I do is I consult people and help people,
Mm,
as I said before, to develop their products. All of those ideas that you have brewing in your brain,
yes.
I extract them one at a time, not them all, not all of them. Because you want to do them all, especially once I engage the person, they say, "Oh my gosh, can we do them all?" But we take one product at a time. You can tell me anything you want with a non-disclosure agreement,
Hmm.
and I help you one step at a time, from
Wow.
prototyping to manufacturing to putting the product on the market. with a non-disclosure agreement, and I teach you how to protect your idea because
Wow.
that's the important thing.
Wow, that is no, that's so awesome. I'm telling you right now, and I wish she was on. I tell you, I tell people it should be 10,000 people watching this podcast right now because like I said, I like you said earlier, I have inventions as well. And I love the fact that you wrote a book about it. So tell us, when people get a copy of your book, what are they expecting to get when they get a copy of your first book?
So they're getting step-by-step guidance. Step by step by step. This is what it looks like, right?
Nice, nice,
Step-by-step guidance
nice.
from the beginning, from concept to fruition. I'm talking, so when I walk you through the steps, it's parts that you typically would not know about. Most people look on a shelf and see a product and think, that's so easy. It's so easy. The product is on the shelf. Somebody else has a product on the shelf. I can do the same thing. Well, it's not that black and white. So
Mm,
all of the steps that it takes from drawing the product out to having a non-disclosure agreement, and people, you don't have to run to get a patent before you have a product. And all of that stuff is described in the book. So as you go through all of the notes, I talk about the marketing and the power
mm.
of faith and belief in yourself and confidence. And like you mentioned in the beginning, God gives you these ideas. They're not for nothing.
Mm,
God gives you these ideas for a reason. But
mhm.
step by step through how you can get the ball rolling. And each chapter will give you the insight to each step of the way.
Wow.
So the
Wow.
first thing we start, I'm going to give you some of the chapters, right? Without giving too much away.
Yes, please give us the chapter titles. We would love that. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
So, for example, the table of contents says the power of naming it and claiming it, right? So that means your
Mm,
product. Name it and claim it. Because once you name your product, you claim it, right? Own
yes.
it. You own it. All right.
Yes.
So most of
Yes.
I'm giving you a lot of steps today. I'm feeling
Thank
generous
you.
tonight.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
The next thing is bringing your product to a vision, like to a reality. And by naming it, you
Mm,
do bring it to a reality by
mm,
drawing it out and taking it step by step. So if you're bringing your product to me, you say, you know
mm,
what, Lisa, I've named it and I've
mm,
claimed it. And
mhm.
this is what it does. It does all of these things. So it's chapter 2. Chapter 3, crafting excellence in your prototype. Chapter 4, improving upon your prototype. Chapter 5, fortifying your creation. Chapter 6, strategic marketing analysis. Chapter 7, crafting success. Chapter 8, amplifying your presence. Chapter 9, the heartbeat of success. Chapter 10, chronicles of your triumphs. And chapter 11, bringing your product to QVC or national television.
Come on. Now that's the kitten caboodle right there. That is what attracted me to you in the first place. But for those of you who don't know, I actually, my first encounter with this blessed woman of God was at a Black Enterprise event at the National Harbor in Washington, D.C. I will never forget. She was at this Black Enterprise event and she was talking about inventing. And I was like, oh, I got to connect with her. I'm like, this lady right here, I call her the Black Lori since the day I met her. I said, she is like the Black Lori on Shark Tank. And by the way, she be hanging out with the sharks, y'all. Y'all better go look at her YouTube channel. I was like, oh, she hanging out with Damon John and Barbara Cochran. And let me tell y'all, seriously, she's the real deal. Okay. Black Enterprise would not have had her on the stage if she wasn't the real deal. And so I'm here to tell you, with God, all things are possible, and it's time to thrive in 2025. It's time to get that invention out. No more sitting on the sidelines. So, Lisa, I have a quick question for you. So, if people get the book, so basically, you have almost like a do it yourself program, which is the book. If it's not, if they say, okay, well, the invest in your program may not be in their budget, but then you also have a program where you're doing the process for them. Am I correct?
Absolutely. So I have membership. So when you get on my website
Oh, I'm going
inventingatoz.com.
to put that right in the chat right here. Oh, matter of fact, here's the book link as well, but I'm going to put that website. Go ahead. I'm listening while you're talking. I'm putting it in the chat.
So when you go to Inventing A to Z, there's a membership program where I can walk you through the steps, because everybody, it's not necessarily financially equipped immediately to develop a product right away. But I can take you step by step. When you buy the guide, it's also helpful. So buy the
Mm.
book, purchase the book.
Mhm.
I can take you on a mini consultation and many, many consultations. And the membership is right there. So take a look. It's very, very affordable, I think, for most. And I make everything affordable. I make things doable and affordable because my goal is to see you succeed. Sign
Mm.
up, buy the book, sign up, and I literally can take you step by step through the inventing process. I mean, because most people honestly cannot do it by themselves. I mean, I say,
Wow.
I'll guide you through it. I'll guide you through it, but we have to do it together. Step, really,
Wow.
honestly, because
I like that. Together. We can do it together.
together.
You don't have
And
to do it by yourself. And I think that's another thing people figure like, I have to do this all by myself. And they're like, I don't have that type of time. I've heard too many people say that. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. So if you're partnering with them, that means it can help minimize and or eliminate the learning curve. Is that correct?
and the expenses, yes, and the expense,
Ooh. Oh,
100%.
I
Because
didn't realize that. Tell us about that. So, what extra expenses would they occur by not partnering with you?
throwing money away because they don't know what necessarily they're doing. And I'm not saying this in a condescending way. I'm saying it because they could go down a rabbit hole and start spending money on patents, on big companies. When companies talk
Mm.
about licensing products, it's thousands and thousands of dollars that you're throwing away when you don't even understand the process. So
Wow.
I can help you understand the process of product development, where you should be going. I'll tell people, go out and check everything out, check things out, and come back to me. Come back and tell me what you've learned. How much money you
Wow.
spent. But I mean, I really don't like for people to spend a whole lot of money on stuff that do your due diligence, do your research, and then come back and tell me what you found.
Awesome.
So when I'm
Wow.
saying
So they can get the book. First,
Mhm,
get the book, right? I think you should do all three, to be honest with
I
you.
think you should do all of them.
You
But the
can get the book. Amen. Get the book, right? Her first book, and then we're going to talk about her second book. Her book is called The Inventress Guide to Inventing the Right Way. So there's a right way and a wrong way to do
that's
things,
right.
right?
That's right.
Inventing A to Z, right? So all or nothing, now or never. We're going to say now or never. I like that because there are a lot of people that don't do it now or never, right? Now is the time, and the person is you. We don't want to wait till it's never, never land 20 years from now, and you saying shoulda, coulda, woulda,
That's right.
get my product out. Get my matter of fact, for those of you just joining, look, please put your city and state in the chat where you're coming in from. We got a whole lot of people just coming on. I want to tell you, we have the Inventress in the house, right? And
Ah,
she is going to help you get your product on ABC, QVC, and
QVC ain't just man.
ASN.
Inventor Spotlight TV, which is my show. Inventor Spotlight TV, which is my shopping network, right? A lot of people
Wow.
do not have big inventory in the beginning because it
Mm.
takes a lot of products to get on those national shopping networks
Mm.
initially. So
Okay.
this is also where I help you. We can start small, step by step. We have big visions and big dreams and all that, and that's great. It's
Right.
okay. And I will help you get there
Right.
step by step the right way.
The right way.
A
I
to
love
Z.
it.
Seriously,
Inventing the right way.
that's
So
why I'm
please.
calling it the right way. Step by step, the right way. The right
Oh
way.
my goodness, this
You
is
know,
good. So make sure you go to her website. But first, I want you to go get the book. Go get her book from Amazon. I want you to get the book, The Inventress Guide to Inventing the Right Way, All or Nothing, Now or Never. Then, after you get the book, while you're reading the book, right, you are going to go to her website, inventingatoz.com, because I believe If you even pray, if you get before the Lord, I believe God gives us all inventions, witty ideas and inventions. And I've heard someone say, oh, well, everything that's invented needed to be invented. That is not true. There's so many new things and so many things are needed. I'm like, what? Why would you think that everything that hasn't been invented already? No, no, no. There's so much more to be invented. And again, I know people that have 20, 30, 40, 50 different inventions and they don't know where to start. And I'm like, this lady right here, like I said, Black Enterprise. And then, wait a minute, after I went to the Black Enterprise event and I connected with her, I went to one of her events. Now, we're going to talk about her event, the AOE conference. Now, it's coming up in May the 3rd. I will be there myself.
You will.
Yes, I spoke at hers. Oh, it was, I don't know how
Oh
many
my
years ago was
gosh.
that, but
Was
she
that
don't know. Look,
7
you
years?
don't know this. You helped me escape from Florida during a hurricane. Okay.
What?
So she doesn't realize this, but I never told her. But when she had me speak at her event, they were doing an evacuation.
What? Wait a minute.
And I literally left and went to her event. And I have my stepdad, who lives in New Jersey. They wouldn't let me back in Florida. So I literally had to, when I left the event and I left the hotel, I literally stayed with my stepdad for about 3 or 4 days because I couldn't get back in Florida, Lisa. I never told you about
Are
that.
you kidding me? Oh
I
my
am not
gosh.
kidding. True story. I am not
I
kidding.
had no idea.
People look, people, when I finally write my autobiography and have my own movie,
Well, and you
people,
will. And you will.
I
Uh-huh.
will, but people don't know as like entrepreneurs what we go through and what we have to overcome to do what we need to do. But your event, literally, seriously, because people were trying to get out of Florida and they couldn't get a flight. My mom and her husband, they end up having to drive to Atlanta to get a flight out. But because of your event, I already had my airline ticket,
My
Lisa.
gosh.
Yes,
You
that's why I
talk
say
about
you literally helped me get out of
divine intervention? Divine intervention? What?
divine intervention. And
I
that's
had
what
no
God
idea.
does.
And you were
That's
so calm and everything, and you did your speaking and you
right.
did everything. That's amazing. No, and you are the best, the best, the best. And when you talk about meeting me at Black Enterprise, I actually forgot about that. That was that was so many years ago.
It was.
No,
It
what
really
a
was.
blessing. What a blessing to have met you. And I mean, and look how we stay connected by the grace of God. We stay
Yes. Well, one of the
connected.
things you do well, and I talked to my group about this today, is you have a great email list. And so your email list definitely helps people stay connected.
Oh, the
And
newsletter, the newsletter. Yes.
yes, the newsletter.
Yes.
People, and she's gonna talk to you about there's so many things she can help you with. I'm just gonna say right
Keep
now.
on going. I love it.
She's gonna help you just do so many things. But that inventing, I like I said, I just meet way too many people. Matter of fact, while you were talking with the lady at my church, I just sent the link to I hope she's watching the podcast now. I'm like, you gotta watch her because she gonna help you get on QVC, HSN, at least one of your, like you said, we don't have to start with all of them at one time. Like, what's the most important invention, or what is the one that God is saying you need to get out now? Get out in 2025 so that you could thrive in 2025. Don't wait, don't procrastinate. At least have a
Don't wait,
consultation
don't
with
procrastinate. I like that. Don't wait, don't procrastinate. All or nothing, now or never, but get that right one done. And what I can do is help them pick the right product. The right product, because
Mm.
everybody does not know. Sorry, this is real life, guys. This is reality. I have my little Maltese over here stepping over thing and she's trying to make noise with my tambourine. But and it's the truth. She's over here stepping on my tambourine. I promise you. Because this is a musical house.
Wow.
Like the
Well,
music.
while the doggy is playing, for those of you who just coming on, please make sure you like the broadcast. Please make sure, look, put in the chat what city and state you're coming in from. And if you have a question for the Inventress, anybody have a question about inventing their product? She talked a little bit about like patents and trademarks and all this great stuff. So make sure if you didn't watch the beginning, you want to go back and watch the replay. But get her book. Her book is right on Amazon because we want you to start inventing the right way. At least start with that. Then we
People
want you
have
to.
inventions, Mel. Come on. How many people out there, listeners, right, How many people out there are inventors? They're mental inventors, have products that
Mm,
they thought about like 20, 15 years ago, but
mm,
never knew how to get started. And they
wow.
were waiting for somebody that they could trust to say, you know what, I just need your help. I
Mm,
need your help. Well, I'm here to help you develop that product from a napkin idea all the way to the marketplace. And I promise you, it can be done. I am proof. From shoelaces to breastfeeding capes to organizers for luggage, from to organizers for gift wrap, organizers for
wow.
your lids, all on QVC television. Listen, everybody, if I could do it, you can too.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How many inventions do you have, Lisa?
Hundreds of inventions.
How many inventions
Hundreds
have
of
you had on
inventions.
QVC? How many have you had
I
on
own
QVC?
10 products on
That's
QVC.
that's
I,
plenty.
I bring many, but my goal after my first few, all I said, I said, God, Lord, please let me sell one. One of
Mm,
my first products, just let me sell one hair accessory. That was the first product. And I said, after I sell this first hair accessory, and I know that I can sell more and help other people. So
yeah.
mine were in between. After that, I said, I need to help other people get their products developed and on shopping networks like QVC and HSN. And that's my focus was. My attention was on other people. How do I bring them in? How do I lift them up?
Mm.
My statement, lifting each other up two hands at a time. And sometimes you got to use your foot. That's my goal.
I love it.
People invent,
I love it.
use my foot to help them. That's what I do. That's
Wow. So you've had 10 of your own inventions. So, no, because my thing is some people coach from the couch. So you're not coaching from the couch. You've
ew.
actually you are a successful inventor, right? You are a successful inventor who have had 10 of your own products on QVC and HS. And how many products did you have in Bed Bath? I know I hate that they're going away, but how many products did you have
Oh,
in Bed Bath and Beyond?
yeah, dozens. My clients. I bring people to Bed Bath and Beyond. I mean, it's too long of a story. You don't have enough time on your
Okay, so how many? Okay, just tell me how many clients have you put their products,
dozens,
your and your clients all
dozens,
together?
dozens of products in Bed Bath and Beyond.
Wow.
It's a shame they're
Oh,
going away, right? It's a
wow.
shame
I
they
should
need.
have started a long. Look, I should have started a long time ago, but it's okay.
Well, you have
It's
today.
okay
Now
because
or nothing. Right now or
I
nothing.
know,
Hold
I
on.
know, I
Now or never. But I'll help you do that. You know that.
No, but I'm going to say this really quick for those that have inventions. Poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. And I feel like connecting with Lisa Ascolese is an opportunity that if you have, I don't care how many inventions, if you have one invention, if you have 10, 20, 30, you have to connect with her. Like I said, start with getting the book. If you say, oh, well, start with getting the book, then come to her event in New Jersey where I'm going to be May the 3rd. Go to that website again. All of the details are on the website, inventing from A to Z. Then once you go to the event, have a consultation. Actually, you don't have to. I don't even want you to wait till then.
Don't
I
even
want
wait.
you to have the consultation now.
That's
You need and tell her Melanie sent you. Okay, so have the consultation now, right? After the consultation, work with her. If it's not in your budget, look, find. Actually, I forgot about this. I
We'll
actually
figure it
do.
out.
I
Uh-huh.
do funding though. Did I tell you that?
No,
And I
no.
don't tell a whole lot
What?
of. I do. Yeah, I have a small entity where I do business funding because I've had people say, "Well, I can't get your coaching program because not in my." And so God made a way, and I've actually used it myself. Again, I don't try to refer anything that I haven't used, so I've used it myself, and it was quick, easy, fast, and that money was in my because I
Wait a
had a big
second.
event.
A
Well, I had a big
funding program?
event. Say that again.
A funding program?
Yeah, business funding. If anybody needs business fund, now the only thing, the difference with you and your people, they may not have if they already have a business. This one, you have to have a business and you have to have a business banking account, but you only
Okay.
need to have made $3,000 a month in your business, and they get approved. Look, credit scores as low as 500, Lisa. So I can
Are
help
you
some of your
kidding?
people if they need business funding. No, I'm
We
not
need to
kidding.
talk about that. We need to talk about that at the conference, not just what you do with your books, but about the
Business
fund.
funding as well. Okay. Oh, absolutely.
All right, everybody, you know now. Now you know more about what's going on at the conference. We're going to talk about fun.
Yes. The conference. No, seriously, you have to be there. The AOE Entrepreneur Summit. Mark your calendar now, May the 3rd. The next time Southwest, look, this is when I get my flights when I have to go out of town. Next time Southwest has a flight sale for $49.59 or $69. You better grab that ticket and go ahead and get your ticket. Oh, Lisa, can you tell them which airport would they fly into for
They
that?
can fly into Newark or Philly.
Okay, Newark. Oh, Newark or
Newark or
Philly.
Philly.
Okay,
Yep,
Newark
Newark or
or Philly. And I think I flew on the. Yeah, I did fly on the Philly because a friend of
yeah.
mine picked me up from the airport. And like you said, I introduced you to a bunch of people.
Yes, you did.
So no, serious. That's what it's about. It's at a very nice country club, the
Yes, it is.
Jumping Brook Country Club,
Nothing but the
and
best to do.
yes, and you have like a list of hotels that you recommend they stay
I
at that's close to the. So definitely go to Inventing A to Z. The link right there. Click under events. Join the conference. If you're already an entrepreneur like me, get your vending table. Look, there's going to be music, shopping, networking, pitch competition, exhibitors, motivation, spike. Well, y'all know if I'm gonna be there, y'all gonna be motivated, okay?
You
Motivation.
are the tippy top of motivation. You elevated. You were on my podcast a couple of weeks ago, and let me tell you something. I couldn't sleep that night. I was like, "Woo! Did I just have Kool-Aid? Did I just have those drinks that I've never had before? The energy bars, the energy
Yes.
drinks. You were full of energy, girl. So much energy, and you bring that, and you bring it out in other people. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry, I'm
Oh,
multitasking here with this.
no, I love it. That's what we have to do sometimes. Look, you got the dog going on, you got the
She is.
multitasking, you got the look, you guys
Yes,
look, as entrepreneurs, sometimes we
this
have to
is what
do
we do.
that.
This is what we do. I told
Yes,
you before I got on the podcast, I was doing a photo shoot with my books.
yes.
With my books. So
Nice.
I so appreciated you having me tonight because I was able to keep that energy level up, talking about the book,
Oh, let's get
talking
your
about
other
the
one. Let's talk
business.
about your other one. Yes. No, let's talk. So not only is an inventor, and not only did she write a book about helping you invent the right way, all of us have some type of children, niece, nephew. I have grandchildren, 3 grandchildren, and it's called My Favorite Book of Lullabies. She has a children's book. It is the cutest thing. I love the cover with the little babies on it. It was the 3 little kids. And I'm telling you, in the clouds, like they're sleeping. No,
Cute.
seriously. No, this is, see, and I'm just going to say this real quick, Lisa. I know you only start with one invention, but this is why you have to have multiple streams to live your
No,
dream.
but you do. And I'm no, you need multiple streams of income. I'm not saying when we're talking about one at a time. And then
Mhm.
I will pick. I'll say, okay, we should probably start with this invention because that's going to bring the most amount of money for you for the amount of money that it costs to build. You
Mm.
follow me? So
Yes.
start with the lowest amount of money that it
Oh,
costs
that's
to make
good.
the broadest audience.
Huh.
Okay. So if
And
you
then you use some of the proceeds from that
seed
to
money,
start the next
correct.
invention.
Seed
Oh
money,
my goodness.
seed money. Okay.
Seed money. Somebody look, put that in the chat. Seed money, seed money. I'm telling you right now, that is so good. Oh, that
And
is
then
so
you can do
good.
all of it. So I did these two books in the same year, the same month, All or Nothing, Now or Never. And I didn't plan on doing this book right away. But I said, while I'm at it, I sing lullabies to my grandchildren. I sang these same songs to my kids. Why am I not writing a lullaby book? Why not? Why
Wow.
not? So, and we
Wow.
got, as I say in my book, we have so little time to use our skill set. I'm not scaring people, but we're only here for a short time on this planet. We
Right. No,
really
you're
are.
right.
Use the
No,
gift
yeah,
that God has given you in the time that you have now.
absolutely.
All or nothing, now or never, right now. If you have a skill set, you have an invention, you have a product, you have a business, do it now. And you
Right.
have two entrepreneurs right here who can help you to do it. If you have an
Absolutely.
invention idea, let me help you develop that invention, that idea. Let's
Mhm.
bring it out of the closet, out of the back of your brain to the forefront and make it happen. And the book, again, will help you step by step. Don't get scared. All or Nothing, Now or Never, the Inventress's Guide to Inventing the Right Way. All or Nothing, Now or Never. Now. You do it now. Why wait for next year? Like, wait until my next check coming in. Do it now. Let me tell you that you can afford it. You can afford to develop the idea that you've had in your brain for 10 years, for 15 years. You can do it right now. And I'll help you to do it without a lot of money, without spending a lot of money. And
You
buying
just
is the first step.
you just said something so important. You
Mm,
said you have it. You have the money. We have to
you
speak
have it.
those things as being not as though they were. So even if someone feels like they don't have it or they're not ready, they don't have the time, they don't have the money, ask God, how can you get the money? Ask God, how can you get whatever it is that you need to get? And that's how I did when I wrote my first book. I had just come from being laid off before I started working at the Pentagon for I don't know how many months I was laid. I think I was laid off for about 6 months. Just bought this mansion in this $1 million community, this gated community, one of the top African American communities in the whole country in Woodmore. And I was laid off like 3 months. We lost our contract, our government contract, and I was laid off for 3 months after I bought that my third house. Go figure.
Oh man. And
3 months after I bought my,
and
but so for 6 months, I didn't have like, the little unemployment is not, I was making six
sure.
figures. So unemployment did not match up to that. So when God gave me the vision February that year, I had just started that job like a month before that, like in January. And I'm like, where am I going to get this money? I'm still trying to catch up the last 6 months. But I didn't say I don't have it. I said,
That's
God,
right.
where am I going to get the money? When, where am I going to get the time? And I asked him how to do everything. And I promise you, he answered every request. And I
Right.
was able to publish my book less than 6 months later. I wrote it in 30 days. 6 months later, it was published. So we have to get in our mind exactly what you said. We have to speak
Can.
those things as being not as though they were. Say, I have the money for my invention. I can do it. I have the time for my invention. And just really start speaking and believing and just making
Ask.
sure things.
That's my bracelets. Ask, seek, knock. Matthew
Yes,
7,
girl.
7.
Matthew
Matthew
said, I
7,
love
7.
that scripture.
Ask, seek, knock, right? You ask and you will receive. Knock and the door
Amen.
shall be open. Seek and you will find it. But ask. Most importantly, you ask for what it is, but not only ask, right? Take the steps necessary to make it happen.
Yes.
I say
Wow.
write on your canvas what you choose to have in your life and
Mm,
write it down, acknowledge it, ask God, but not just ask God. Take
mm,
the steps, listen to the steps necessary. This is what we're doing right now. We're
yes.
giving you information, providing you with information. This afternoon I said to my son-in-law, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, right?
Oh,
Lead the horse to water. We're telling you right now that there is a way. I've been inventing products since I'm 9 years old.
wow.
Went to school,
It's
went to college,
crazy to
all of
me.
these things. My heart and soul was product development. Again, went to school, went to college for computer science, all of these things. My heart and soul, and did those things. My heart and soul was inventing, developing, but most importantly, helping inventors like you
Mm,
develop your products and watching you succeed,
mm,
seeing you succeed. I'm a hand holder. So
mm.
when I bring somebody into my business, when I bring on a new client, you're stuck. Hook, line, and sinker. Because I'm
I
going to make sure you succeed. I promise you. I'm going to
we not stopping. We not stopping till the invention is done, right? We did the inventions on QVC and HSN, or like you say, on your shopping network until they can get. But again, if they get the funding, they can get the amount of product that they need to be on QVC and HSN, right? And I didn't
make
realize it, but you're right. So just I'm telling you. Awesome, awesome. We got, you know what? I was telling them about you, Takesha. I'm glad you sharing. Look, for those of you in the chat, if you have an invention, please put I have an invention in the chat. Takesha, I was telling her about you early, and I was telling her
oh,
so many people I meet all the time that have inventions. But this lady right here, she has had 10 of her own inventions on QVC. Hello, somebody. How many people been on QVC? I love it. And she has had her and her clients' inventions not only on QVC and HSN, but also in Bed Bath and Beyond, right? Dozens. She said, I haven't. I know you got something to keep. You got to go back and watch the replay.
on my
But
own shopping network. If you take a look at Inventor Spotlight TV, Look at the people on that show who are
Wow.
flourishing right now. It is the hottest show right now. Take a
Right.
look. Because everybody, as I said, initially doesn't necessarily have the quantities that they need, or it may not necessarily be right for that avenue. And
Mm.
selling out, remember back in the day, people like Damon John says, I was selling stuff out of my trunk, right?
Me too.
Still selling stuff. Still, I mean, and that's really, and I use that as an example to putting product, your own books in Barnes and Noble stores and in some retail stores, mom and pop stores. You do whatever it takes to put your product out there and you don't stop. Okay.
Amen. I love it. I love you so much. And you know what's so funny? And you just mentioned Damon John. And for those that are just joining, y'all, if y'all go to her YouTube channel, you will see her with Damon John, her with Barbara Carr. You will see her hanging out with the sharks from Shark Tank. And I met her at a Black Enterprise event. I'm telling you, when I say she is the real deal, she was a speaker. She wasn't just at the Black Enterprise event. She was a speaker at the Black Enterprise event. So you got to connect with and hang out with the people that are moving and shaking, the people that are already have what you want. The people, how many inventors do you know? I was like, I know, I'm saying she thinks she needed to stay connected to me. No, I needed to stay connected to her.
It was so nice though. When I met you, I was like, okay, I really like you because you came to one of my classes. You were at the I was on the panel, right? With
Yes.
Sonia Alina and like you brought that back to my mind. That's right.
Yes.
And it's been so, I mean, this is what I do. This is what I do. Help people like you with inventions, develop them the right way. Yes. And do go to my website. You will see me with the sharks. You will see me with all these people who are movers and shakers because that's who I like to put myself with. Put myself with people who are moving and shaking. And that's what you need to do. Not the naysayers who say, nah, you probably can't do that. I've seen that before. We talked about that earlier. They say, well, I saw an invention like that. Somebody already did it. It doesn't matter how many cell phones are out there, how many coffee pots. Let's make things better. Twist it, make it better than it is. And you're not stealing an idea from somebody else. You're making it, you're enhancing what's on the market.
You know what? I'm just so excited. I'm looking at your gallery now. And I didn't see you. Of course, I told you I've been calling you the Black Lori since I met you
I'm
probably
the Black
years now. And I see Lori from Shark Tank
Lori
right in a picture with you. You're sitting in like her chair. And I'm like that. I didn't see that one.
Oh, that's great. Oh, you're looking at it now? Oh,
yeah, I'm looking at your guy. I saw the video with you and Damon John and you and Barbara Cochran, but I didn't see the one with you and Lori, and I didn't see the one with you and
everybody. I was with them in LA in California. I mean, it was amazing to see how they operate. I was on the set of Shark Tank for several days, and to see the reason for their success is because they work hard. They don't just say, maybe someday, let me write this on a napkin. Like I tell people, like write it on your canvas and it'll happen. But not only should you write it on your canvas, take the steps necessary to make it happen. You can lead a horse to water, like I said earlier, but you can't make him drink it. If you take the steps, you have a vision, you ask for it, like we talked about, Matthew 7:7, right?
Yes, woman of God. Yeah, she is a woman of God. So the Christians, if you're worried about, connecting with someone that,
ask for it, but walk into it and be guided. I mean, you have this platform. I am so happy you have this platform, Melanie, that people know you, they love you, they trust you, they believe in you. And you only have people on who have integrity, which is what I love. And I would only come on your show if you were a woman of integrity. And you know that, I think you know, when you met me many years ago, 10 years ago, however many years ago, I only deal with people who have integrity, who are kind, who are honest, and who really want to be helped. Two hands at a time.
No, I agree with you. Say a lot of people don't want that, and they say they're ready or they want to do this and they want to do that. But most people, it's like they don't understand faith without works is dead. You have to do the work. You have to do something. And it's like you have to move and shake and like, I gotta move, I gotta do this. And no matter,
it's true. I mean, so many people have said to me, called me up after watching Shark Tank and have said to me,
Mm.
I just saw Shark Tank and I have an idea and I'll give it to you to develop it. You develop it. You develop my idea and just give me the money. I go, Now, how does that sound to you? I don't think so. I mean, I have a lot of ideas and inventions too. It costs money, it takes time. When you have an idea, if you don't have the passion and the faith behind it, it's really dead in the water. Take your idea, give it to God, understand that it's something that you really, really want and you have
Mm.
passion about it, and the whole world can use, and then call me up and say, you know what, Lisa, I'm ready. Let's do
I know that's right. So, no, seriously, because like I said, 2025, I believe, is not only 2025 the year to thrive, but I really honestly believe that it is the wealth transfer is here. It's been here, and we talked about multiple streams. So this can be one of your streams from the wealth transfer from the wealth being transferred from the wicked to the righteous. And my sister in Christ, I was just talking about, Sister Takesha. She said this is so inspiring time, and she said, "Wow, she just got off the prayer call with Pastor that he spoke
it.
about the widow and with the two mites. Look, we have to be able to multiply whatever God has given us. And he said in his word, he's given us witty ideas and inventions to establish his covenant. But again, we have to do the work because faith without works is dead. So he could give us the witty ideas and inventions, but what are we going to do about it? It's so funny. I said that to somebody the other day. She said, Melanie, I got my book out, but I don't know how to market it. I don't know. I said, well, what are you going to do about it? And she
Yeah.
said, for 3 nights, that was in her mind, like asking her, what is she going to do about? Because the key reality is, if nothing changes, nothing changes. I'm
Well,
about the
you
no
got to know
excuse.
where to go. You have to know where to go. And, this is
Absolutely.
what my business is much like the music industry. Who do you trust? You hear all these invention companies out there advertising all the time. Bring your product to me. I will license your product. I'll give you $1 million. Anybody who says, I'll put your product on the shelf in 6 weeks and give you $1 million, you got to read the fine print. Read the fine print. I'm telling you that it takes time. It takes time to navigate through the inventing terrain. It does not happen overnight. It doesn't.
Mm.
But this is, again, how I work with you step by step by step to develop your products one at a time. You could show me all your inventions. I'm fine with that. And I could pick and say, you know what? This one is going to work the best for this demographic for
Mm.
this much money. So I can tell you
Mm.
exactly what's going to work, what I believe we need to do to make it better. And it
Mhm.
still belongs to you, by the way. This is my disclaimer, my disclaimer to you. If you come to me with an idea or an invention, and many people say this, how can I know it's the right thing? I
Mm.
can help you to tweak it, name it,
Mm.
and it still belongs to you. That's my disclaimer. A lot of people will say, well, I went to this company and I showed them my invention and they want to now take it over and own it because they helped me with it. I'm not taking anything from you. You own your product 100%. When you come to me, big, big disclaimer. And I have to remember to repeat this all the time. I don't know if I wrote that in my book. Whatever
Part
you
two, part two, right? You have a part two of the book.
you have developed in your brain, your invention, and you come to me and share it with me, it belongs to you 100%. My goal, again, is to see you succeed. I will help you tweak it at no additional charge, no ownership, nothing. It's your product that you own. Don't let anybody, they say, don't let anybody rob you of your joy. Don't
Yes.
let anybody rob you of your ideas or your
Mhm.
inventions
That's
ever.
good. No, no, she's right. And I remember because before we even had a conversation, you already have a non-disclosure agreement ready. You was like, "Oh, I can send a
None.
non-disclosure now." That thing was in the email in less than
Yes.
an hour, not even 30 minutes, I believe. So she has a non-disclosure. Like she's not disclosing your information to anyone, and she's not taking your idea. And I love that you did. I mean, that was like immediately. And you don't get that with a lot of people. When people ask for stuff, sometimes it's like, okay, hum. And you're waiting and waiting and waiting. Like, did I get the information they said they were going to send? No, you were on point. You were
Okay.
on time. You made it happen. And I'm just really, really excited because I know the few, I don't have as many as a lot of people. It don't matter because it only takes one to go
Oh,
to the next dimension. It only takes one adventure to make me
listen, I only
billions,
have a few. You only all it takes is one.
right?
And I have to tell you, I have to share something with all of those inventors out there listening, because inventors are typically scattered. They're not
Mhm.
sure, should I start with this one or that one, or where do I start? So they don't start at all, right? So they may not get started at all because there's so many. But again, I will streamline and help you get started with one so you're focused. And that's what happened with me. I'll give you my full transparency. I had so many inventions. Well, as a child, and I did them. I developed things, I made things, hair accessories, you name it, I made it as a kid. And I sold them in school, right? As an adult, I started writing down all of these different things. I'm going, where do I start? Where do I start? I dropped to my knees and I said, you know what, Lord God, give me focus, give
Mm,
me intention, and give me focus. And God did. And when I
mm,
focused on the one product, I did all of them, by the way, all of the ones I had in my mind back in the day. He gave me focus. When I focused on that one product and I made money on that product, I was like, boom. I was really able to hone in on what it took to develop that, and then step by step the others. I was no longer scattered. It went away because I did one. It honed me in by the grace of God. I was honed in on that one product. I was focused. It was making me money. I knew the right direction. I knew the steps by the grace of God. I patented a product. I never patented anything before in my life. God gave me the direction, the focus, and of course, I mean, I reached out to a lot of different people, a lot of companies that kind of ripped me off, and we'll talk. That's another thing. I'm letting that go. That was in the past.
so you
Really,
look, so you did, you
in the beginning,
basically did you did what you need to do, like I said, to help eliminate and or minimize the learning curve,
everything,
but you made the mistakes for everybody else so they don't have to. That's what I love.
100%,
Right?
100%.
You made all the mistakes
You
in the
name
past.
it, I did it. I was very, very young. I did not know who to go to. I trusted everyone. I was a kid. I was a young adult. And I'm going, here's a product. Here's my drawings. I got drawings done, handed them out, handed them out. Now, before I knew it, I was seeing these things on shows.
Mm,
Then I
mm,
said, you
mm,
know what? You got to get smarter, Lisa. Get on your knees and ask God for direction and guidance. And here I am.
mm,
I promise
mm.
you.
Well, Lisa, so make sure. So, Takesha, right? You could go get her book now. Go get a copy of her book. Get a copy of her book, which is called, her first book is called The Inventress Guide to Inventing the Right Way, All or Nothing, Now or Never. You can go get a copy of that book. Then you also want to get a copy of my favorite book of lullabies. Hold up your books again,
So
Lisa.
I have to tell you something really funny. So the other day I did a show and I'm saying, listen, guys, you can get focused, right? Get your focus on, get into your business, do your hard work, and at night you can go to sleep with my lullabies. During the day, get your focus on. At night,
I love it. I
stay
love it. I
night.
love it. I love
Stay
it.
night. So it's not just for babies. Because I listen to my own lullabies because there's instrumental too. So during the day,
Oh,
get
so
your
is the instrumental on like Spotify or
oh, so
YouTube or
in the book, if this is listen, I put everything in a QR code so you can listen to my lullabies when
oh
you pick
no,
up the book. Yeah.
I did not know that. You know what? I'm gonna get it for my granddaughter. I definitely need to get that for my granddaughter. Oh my
Yes,
goodness, I did not know that you could listen to it as
yes,
well. Wow. So get a
absolutely.
copy of her books on Amazon. You also want to go to her website, see all those pictures of her with the sharks. Get a copy of her books. Get the see a copy of the books with the sharks. Join the membership. Join the membership now so you could at least get started. Go to the event May the 3rd. I'm going to be in New Jersey
That's
speaking at
right.
that event. I'm going to have a table with my books. I am super excited about this woman of God and what she has done for so many. And just even at her last week, just connecting with entrepreneurs and women in business and just really making things happen. And so we just appreciate you joining us, Lisa Ascolese. For those of you that are just joining, please make sure you go ahead and again like the broadcast. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already done so, and follow me on Facebook. And go ahead and get a copy of her book. Get books, not just book, one in the daytime and one at night, and one for your children and
Yeah,
grandchildren,
one for during the
nieces,
day.
nephews.
Yeah. You're like, I need to take a nap after all this stuff.
Right. Go to her website, join that membership. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in May in New Jersey at the AOE conference. This will be my second one attending. And make sure you join the membership. Look, if you have not already done so, I want you to even subscribe to her YouTube, your YouTube channel on your website. I want them to be able to just click the link. Yes, click the link, go to her YouTube channel and subscribe to her.
Yep, you can subscribe.
YouTube,
Yep.
subscribe to her YouTube channel as well. And you can see the when she interviewed me on her podcast.
Amazing interview. And but what I don't even call it an interview, I call it a conversation. So when we talk, we're talking real talk, right?
Yes.
And you talked real talk. So yes, when you go to the podcast, when you go to inventing you'll see all of my social media platforms. Please follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on every social media platform. Instagram, the YouTube channel, super, super important. I mean, YouTube is very important. I just realized how important it is to be followed. I didn't even care. I didn't realize. I really didn't. Because I mean, I'm here. I'm talking about what I do, and I help people. My goal is to see people succeed. But in order for me to spread the word,
yes,
you gotta follow me and like and share and all those things. I'm old school. I'm so old. I'm like, I don't have to be followed by all these people. But yes, you do. In order for people to know what you're doing, you got to get out there. You know,
yes.
It's like one of the first publicists I had, right? She says, Lisa, you do so much. Why aren't you speaking at Black Enterprise? So when you met me, my first publicist I ever had, she was like, this is ridiculous. You need to be speaking at Black Enterprise events, Essence, Ebony, all of these places. I mean, which I do. I still do. I have started back then. And then I felt selfish. I was like, why? She goes, why aren't you sharing? You're a woman of color, a woman of God. Why are you not sharing what you do with the rest of the world so people can be inspired, right?
Yes.
I didn't think of it like that. Then I was like, oh my gosh, I've been so selfish all these years, not sharing because I'm the way I am. You're the way you are, Melanie. And you don't really think about it necessarily, right? We're Energizer bunnies and we just do and do and do and do and go and go and go. I mean, now I know.
Yes.
But you don't know until you know.
That's right.
Not know until you know. So yes, Black Enterprise, Essence, Ebony, billboards in New York City blow my mind. And this is not braggadocious. I'm telling you what you can do. This is not just for us. This is what you can do. All of you listeners out there who are just signing up, joining in, we're not by ourselves in all of this. We happen to be people who run and do, and when we think of things, we do it, but you can too. You can too. I say, why not make it you? People say to me all the time, I have this invention. Well, make it you. Make you the person who is seen on those shelves from Macy's to Target to all of HEB and all of these other stores. It can be you. You see product on shelves. Why is that not your product? It can be you. Those people are no different than you and us, right?
I'm glad you mentioned that. When you just mentioned Target, you know what it made me think of?
What?
It made me think of Tabitha Brown. Did you know just like 6 years ago, she was an Uber driver? Now she's on this. Yes, she was an Uber driver 6 years ago. Now she has not product after product after. I think she has about 20 different products in Target.
Is it okay? But you know why Tabitha Brown is in Target? Because she chose to be, right? She chose to be, and she chose to be, and she worked towards it. You know, some
Mm.
people make one phone call. This is really important for you to hear, all of
Mm.
you listeners out
Mm.
there. Some people make one phone call and they may not get a response and they end it. They go, oh, that's it. That's it. Tabitha said, nope, I'm going to keep on calling, keep on emailing until somebody gets back to me and not get devastated or pushed down because no one got back to her.
Mm.
My over 25 years working with QVC and HSN, over 25 years. This is a long time. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Mm.
Even me calling, emailing, and these are relationships I already have.
Wow.
They may not necessarily get back to me in a week, 2 weeks,
Mm.
because they're busy. They're busy. So don't get discouraged. The reason Tabitha is out there, the reason you exist here on this
Yeah.
platform is because you don't stop. We talked about this before.
Absolutely.
You don't stop.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you want to see yourself on the front lines, you keep on going.
Right.
But you have to have the desire to do it. And the
Mm.
passion, the desire, the passion, the faith to keep on going. And it's hard. It's not easy. But when you have that burning desire right here,
Mm.
right? Right
Mm.
here, that
Yeah.
God gives you, right? If it's for you, you keep on going and you can't run away from success. You almost can't.
Mm. That's so good.
It becomes a tsunami. It's a tsunami. If you put your whole self into something, the passion, the belief, the
Mm.
diligence, the
Mm.
faith, you can't run from your success if you try. You'd be like this. Oh, that's a lot. It's going to keep on coming at you because you put your whole self in. You wrote it on that canvas I talk about. But not only did you write it on the canvas, you took the steps to make those things happen. You hung
Yeah.
around people who kept on lifting you up and
Absolutely.
inspiring you, right? You called on Melanie. You said, you know what? Can I be on your show? Because I want to talk about my new book.
Yes.
I want to talk about my new product. You called Lisa after you were given the information over and over again. And you said, you know what? I'm going to do this. And I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to take all of the steps. I'm going to take those fast track classes that Lisa Ascolese, the Inventress, gives. And I'm going to take class after class after class and keep listening to Melanie's show because she has people on her show who will advise you to do the right things in order to build your success. It's
Mm.
not just for us. It's not just for Melanie and I. It's for
Right.
all of us, which I call AOE, by the way. AWIE is for all of us. All of you out there
Mm.
deserve success, but you got to put yourself in it. And you
Wow.
can't stop. You can't stop. Don't
Mm.
stop. Can't stop, won't stop. And you got
Wow.
to love it.
Lisa, this is so good. I don't want to end. Look, that's what you were saying when you interviewed me on your podcast. It's
You're
like
amazing. The energy, the power. Yes.
like when you get two, like she said, energetic people together that are passionate. I think the key is passion. When you're passionate about helping people and you passionate about really wanting people to succeed and go to the next dimension, it's like you can't stop talking, right?
Yep.
It's like you really want, and you are so passionate, Lisa. And I
Thank
really want to appreciate you for coming on. It's so funny. Takesha
you.
said she thought about tab too. You know, it's like there is no reason why we can't have, be, and do everything that God has called us to have,
That's
be, and
right.
do if we just do our part, because faith without works is dead. We just have
That's
to
right.
do what and connect with the right people like Lisa. I'm telling you, oh my goodness, I'm just so excited. I just can't wait until my
I can't
inventions
wait. Can't
are
wait.
out there and connecting with the sharks. I'm gonna be with Lisa one day. Like, can I go with to see Damon John with you? The next time you go, hang out with Lori. Can I go?
How about
So
this? You could be on my show. You could be on Inventor Spotlight TV. How about that?
absolutely, yeah.
I'll put
Look,
you on my show. You're already
yes.
on the
As soon as
podcast.
my
Now you
invention is out, I definitely will be on your show. Lisa.
gotta
Yes. So thank you for having us. I was going to say any last minute words, but you just tore up the stage with the with the last
I'm
things
good,
you
girl.
just
Just
said.
keep on lifting each other up 2 hands at a time, and sometimes you got to use that foot. That's my mission.
Yes, I love it. So go to her website, inventinga2z.com. And like I said, follow her on her social medias, follow her on YouTube, Instagram, all of the above. Make sure you join the membership. Come to the conference. I look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you go to Amazon, get a copy of not just one, but both of her books, and also get the children's ones for your grandchildren, your nieces, nephews, a kid, all of the above, right? I know for me, my grandchildren, some of you have, children go, but look at her gallery. You got to look at her gallery on the website, and you can see her with all the big sharks and just doing Channel 7 News, just doing the thing. Lisa is, man, I can't even tell y'all. Like I said, I've known her for some years, but she's hanging out with the big dogs. Mark Cuban's
They're
hanging out
hanging
with,
out with me. Hold on, hold up. They're
yeah.
hanging out with me.
Oh,
They go,
they're hanging out with her. The
"You can
big dogs are hanging out with
hang out with
Lisa.
me."
And so, Lisa, when you go be on Mark Cuban's yacht, let me know. So when we can hang out on
Yeah,
your yacht and they can come to your yacht, right?
they can come on my yacht. Yes.
Absolutely. So we're gonna get ready to wrap up the show. Again, we just thank you, Lisa, for taking time out of your very productive, busy schedule, because I know you are very, very productive and very busy, but you took time out to come and be interviewed by the book boss lady. And I really appreciate you for coming and just really sharing your heart, because again, if it just transforms one life to getting one person gets their invention out as a result of you coming on this show, it would be worth it to me. And so again, I'm excited because and Takesha, she been on here and Takesha going, I know she gonna get hers out this year now, right?
Let's go, Keisha. You got the website, you have the phone number, you got my email address, info at inventingatoz.com, 732-647-5433. And I'm one of those people, I return all of my phone calls.
Yes,
I
she does.
return all of my emails. No matter how busy I am, I get back with you because my goal is to see you succeed. So thank you for Takesha for asking your questions and for tuning in. And thank
I
you, Melanie, for having me. I appreciate you.
My pleasure. I have one quick question before we go, because when you just said something, it reminded me of Brandon at your event. So they may not know who he is, but is Brandon going to be at your event this year?
Somebody will be at the show this year. Somebody will be there.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
remember that Shark Tank? Yes, that's right.
Yes. So Brandon
Oh, that's
Andrews
right.
is he does the casting calls for Shark Tank. And he was one of the speakers at her event when she just gave out her number. I'm like, she giving her number out on YouTube. Brandon Andrews gave out his number, and I remember, and I texted him, and he texted me back. And I remember the first time he had texted me something. I was like, oh, okay, he's the real deal. But you will have someone that does the casting calls for Shark Tank as well.
I'm not giving anything away. I'm not
Okay,
giving anything
you
away.
gotta show up. You just
Not
gotta be at the event.
you gotta show up. You never know who's gonna be at my events.
I was so upset because I wasn't ready though. I was so upset. I was like, "Oh my goodness, this guy is doing a casting call. I don't have my stuff ready. I'm not ready, but it's
Never
okay."
know. You always have to be ready. When you're around me, you gotta be ready
I
because you
know.
never know who's gonna show up and show out. So you show up and show out.
Yes, ma'am. I
Be
sure
ready to
will.
show up and
This
show out
year,
at
I'm
my
gonna be ready.
because you
I'm
never know
gonna be
who's
ready.
there. You never know.
Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you again. This year I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna be ready, Lisa.
You're
Okay.
always ready. Come on. You're
So
always
yes. So thank you again for having us. For those of you that did not see the entire interview, please go back and watch the replay. Share it with someone you know. Share it with someone you know that have an invention, or maybe just even thinking about an invention. But definitely go get a copy of her book. Go follow her. And thank you again for having us, Lisa. I mean, for joining us, Lisa. So
yes. Everybody had, well, you know what? They brought us into their living rooms and their
yes,
bedrooms, right?
yes,
And
yes.
onto their cars and their phones. So yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
hey, it's me, Melanie, the book boss lady.
Woo!
Bye.